From the 1st of July 2019, the Victorian Government's mandatory board quotas will come into effect, requiring all state sporting organisations that receive funding to have a minimum quota of 40% women on their boards.
For a sport like tennis and our Tennis Victoria board, gender equity is a really important item on our agenda and something that we look at constantly because our sport really is a 50-50 gender equitable sport. So we really do need to always have that lens of, are we making sure that there's opportunities for everyone for playing, officiating, administration or on our board for men and women to participate equally.
The way that the Constitution is written now, we are after 50-50, so we want as many males as females, so it's not specifically one way or the other, but it's specifically saying that we want an equal representation. So the board has realised that it's very important to have that diversity.
The first step was to conduct a board skills audit, and that process took a couple of weeks. It was fairly rapid, quite quick. And at the upshot of that, the recommendations that we required skills in human resources and marketing specifically. So we went out then off the back of that and recruited for a director with human resource management skills and expertise and marketing skills and expertise.
From that initial recruitment stage of advertising, setting out the position descriptions, what's actually being looked for in a board member, and then supporting that person through an induction program, helping them sort of get their head around what as a board member they're looking at, and not just, I suppose, at the operational level, but trying to think more broadly, strategically, whole of sport viewpoint.
Tennis Victoria had to really get involved with its stakeholders, its clubs, its associations and its members and look at how do we best represent the sport in Victoria. We went through a process of substantial constitutional change, but I think importantly that process was phased in over a number of years.
I'd suggest to the CEO that it's important that the organisation embraces the challenge and has a plan, and that the plan will be a multi-year plan.
For those sports who are facing this challenge now of getting gender equity and haven't quite got their plans in place yet, there is still time. What they are going to have to be though is a little bit more brave in explaining to their membership why it needs to happen and how it's actually going to strengthen their organisation. It's not just a compliance exercise, it's bringing a really broad range of skills and experience to the board, which ultimately makes your sport stronger.
The Victorian Government, the Office for Women in Sport and Recreation and Vic Sport are all here to help and support you in achieving this 40% board quota. Thank you for your continued work in contributing to make the sports industry sector more gender equal.